And Japan begins with the ball, and an offensive foul called already, and it's on Akita.
Well, great little hum in the Ariake Arena here for the gold medal match. The United States are going to have to battle against an inspired Japanese team, but also a clutch of vociferous volunteers.
Steve Serio with the ball, 33-year-old from New York State. Sends a pass across for Mikey Pei, his longtime friend. And they return passes. 5 on the shot clock now. Serio's going to put one up. It rattles out. It thought about it long and hard.
Tantalizing as it circumvented the rim, but still waiting for the first points of this opening quarter.
Fujimoto dishes for Toyoshima, now for Akita. And it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be USA ball, 47 seconds in. Nobody's had the Midas touch yet.
Well, USA will want to get their captain, Steve Serio, on the ball as much as possible. He's one of the leading assisters in the Olympics, 50 to his name. But he can score as well. They want to get him on the board early, get the confidence humming.
Nieswinder couldn't get the finish either. And who's going to get the opening basket of this gold medal game here at the Paralympics? Fujimoto, yes, for 3, Fujimoto. Best 3-point shooter in the tournament.
Well, he is one of the most experienced heads in this Japanese side. 5th Paralympic Games. Just interlacing that wisdom and that experience among the next generation, all the youth that floods through this Japanese team.
Nieswinder, Pei. Trying to work behind the screen that's being set up by John Boy's hard work. And it's going to be Japan ball, not quite 2 minutes in. USA comes in as the stingiest team in the tournament, but so far, both teams' defense has been excellent. USA has been unable to get the ball into the hands of Brian Bell for an offensive attack yet.
Well, Brian Bell's really been, well, a surprise package. I don't want to be disrespectful, but certainly he maybe not have been touted as having such a significant role in the USA charge to the gold medal match. He came on in the quarterfinal to score crucial points against Turkey, and he had a very impressive semi-final as well to find him starting here today at the Ariake.
And this is going to be, wow, nicely saved by Steve Serio. That might not show up on the stat sheet, but that's a brilliant play. Serio absorbs the foul from Kawahara Rin. So USA looking to break the seal on this basket. Serio takes it towards the paint. Gives to Pei from the free throw line. It rattles around, and Shoke comes up with the rebound.
So USA struggling to settle in terms of their scoring at the moment there. Doing reasonably well of tasking the Japanese in attack. But Akita may go from the elbow.
Fujimoto from the baseline. It's 6-0 USA. Ron Lyken standing up, walking over, getting ready to make substitutions. And that will happen momentarily. It's Mikey Pei now with the ball. For Serio. Back in for Pei in the paint. And it is blown down. US managing to draw the foul here. It'll be a non-shooting foul. And into the game coming Trayvon Jennifer and Jake Williams. Williams had 16 points in the semifinal.
Well, interesting changes coming in. Trayvon Jennifer has been a one-man crime wave during this Tokyo 2020 Paralympics. He's king of the steals. and brought in to disrupt the flow of the Japanese team. He did a fabulous job against Turkey in the quarterfinals, exercising that exact role.
Well, Williams comes in and immediately draws a foul. He was an all-star at the last World Championships. Pass finds Serio. Dishes for Bell. The little spinorama. Can't get it to fall, and Akita comes up with the rebound. Still, the U.S. unable to score. Shokai Renshi was all over the highlights in Japanese TV after the semifinal, and he sinks the basket, his first of the game.
Well, Japan with the dream start right now, 8-point lead, only 3.5 minutes elapsed, and USA searching for that bucket to get them on the board and settle the gold medal nerves.
Serio from the baseline, dishes back to Williams, and there is the opening basket for USA.
That's going to be so important for Jake Williams. He had a torrid time shooting in the quarterfinal against Turkey. You mentioned the 16 points from the semi, and getting on the board early is going to be key for his confidence.
Fujimoto, Akita. Nice job by Beldet, the quick hand up. He's got Williams racing to the hoop. He sends it to him off the glass and in. Jake Williams coming in and making a big start. And a big contribution to USA getting back into this game. Not that it had ever really gotten away from them. Shokai, Akayashi, Fujimoto. Off the glass and in. Fujimoto, when he thinks he's got a shot lined up, he usually does.
Wow, that's Fujimoto's 7th point of the game. He's averaging 12 per match against all opposition in the competition. He's up to 7 already, and he's looking in the mood.
And Williams from range can't hit. It's a 6-point lead, Japan with the ball again. Shokai Renshi, the 22-year-old. For Fujimoto, blocked, he gets it back, and he puts it in. What a recovery.
Wow, Fujimoto could only be stopped by the big right hand of Brian Bell, but on the second chance, he gobbles up the opportunity. Incredible stuff from Fujimoto.
Serio, now Bell towards the paint, busts into the paint, and he puts it off the glass and in. And you get the sense that's not the only time we're going to see that in this game. Akayashi has Akita with them. Good hands by Jennifer to knock it away. And it's grabbed by Serio. Good active hands by both Bell and Jennifer. Serio, nice little fake. Now gives to Williams. Sets up behind the screen of Jennifer. It rattles in and out. Bell comes up with the ball, and they are going to call the foul against Brian Bell.
Well, good energy from Brian Bell at both ends of the court at the moment. Couple of rejections. And also points driving to the key.
So Hiroki coming in for Japan. Kotsai Hiroki, when he is hot, as he was in the semifinal, scored 17 points. He can really carry this team. Kotsai, he's got it now. Rolls just inside the arc and hits his first shot of the game. 14-6, Japan leading the reigning Paralympic champions. Williams. Bell up, rattles around. U.S. just having a little difficulty nailing their shots. Kotsai Hiroki. And it's going to be a foul call against the U.S. Inbound for Japan. Yeah, no foul on the play, in fact. Akayashi. Fujimoto. Akayashi. Now Fujimoto.
First miss of the game.
14-6. USA trailing. Williams. Serio. Steve Serio has been playing professionally in Germany the last few years for the team Landil. I do not believe he's going back for the coming season. I think he's made that known. USA cutting the lead down to 6. And the shot from Kotsai Hideyoki. Steve Serio from the elbow. In for John Boy, who's left alone, and he hits.
Well, that's very nice from JB, John Boy. First Paralympics of the 30-year-old, and a low classification player offering points.
Fujimoto fighting for space, and Bell fighting for the rebound. Comes up with it. Quick outlet to Jennifer. USA with numbers all down the right wing. Now Serio. And the nice little pick and roll by Boy, and he finishes it off with the underhand layup.
Put that one on the highlights reel, JB. Fabulous finish.
Fujimoto has to really reach to retrieve the pass. Now Shokai. Kotsai. USA trying to push Japan out wide. And yet, Kotsai hits it anyway. Japan is already in the bonus if US can draw fouls here. Here's Brian Bell off the glass. Usually he hits from there.
Well, Japan have got a dream start at the moment. They're shooting at 73% accuracy, which is quite remarkable in this first quarter.
Kotsai, Fujimoto, rebounded by Shokai. Now Kotsai, and we've got a whistle, no foul on the play. It'll be Japan ball, 12 on the shot clock, 39 on the game clock here in the opening quarter.
Well, it was acrobatically retrieved by Shokai Renshi, who's bringing the energy up top in the court for Japan at the moment. It's the guy on the ball here who's bringing all the points, and he'll go for 3.
Fujimoto, not this time, rebounded by Williams. He had help there from Serio. Inside the final 30 seconds of the opening quarter, Serio busting in, then gives it back to Bell, kicks it back to Williams. Under pressure. The pass to Bell. 4 on the shot clock, rolling in, gives it to Serio, off the glass, and 1.
Wow, what a pressure shot underneath the rim there from the USA captain. Shot clock pressure, pressure from the Japanese defense. Really composed stuff from the United States.
So Serio will try to finish off the three-point play and get his team within 3, and does exactly that with 8.7 seconds left in the quarter. And a turnover. USA is going to get the ball back again here. Kotsai Hideyoki took the foul, and the US will have a chance now in the front court. And Coach Ron Likens points at his watch and says, keep an eye on the clock, boys. Not much left. Serio. Williams for 3. Yes! He's tied the game, and the horn sounds. What a finish for USA. They have tied it up here in the gold medal game. 18 apiece after 1 quarter of play.
Well, what a finish here. The Ariake, and the Ariake loves it. Great energy early in the first quarter. And Japan, dead-eye accuracy, 62% in terms of the field goal attempts. USA lagging behind on 47 rebounds. Japan hungriest with 9. High caliber match here. Gold medal on the line. Both teams bringing their A game.
So
Sorry, I can't hear myself, or I can't figure out how to prevent it. It's really annoying me.
Jake Williams making a really nice contribution coming into the game for the U.S. Fujimoto, the veteran, who we saw in tears after the semifinal win. Sirio, talk about veterans, regarded as one of the very, very best in the world at this game. Kotsai Hideyoki had the crowd of a couple hundred in this building screaming for the host nation. 18 points apiece as we begin quarter number 2. Japan in its first ever gold medal game. USA, the wily veterans, 1 gold in Rio, looking to back it up with gold here. US keeps that same lineup on the floor. Sirio, Jennifer, Bell, Boy, Williams. Here's Bell. Cuts into the paint, uses the window, banks it in.
Big roar from the USA bench there as well. They got the momentum. It's traveling with them.
Kotsai Hideyoki for 3. And it is going to be USA ball. Japan trying to keep the U.S. offense out if they can, push them out. Williams, Sirio. Batted away by Shokai. It'll still be USA ball with 9 on the shot clock. Sirio muscles in, gets it to Jennifer. Shot clock dying, got it up, got it in. Trayvon Jennifer hits it.
I'm a big Trayvon Jennifer fan. Love his energy around the court. Big on the steals, but also contributing in attack.
And then Kotsai Hideyoki does what he does, and Japan is back within 2. Full court press here as Japan is trying to hem the U.S. in. They escape. And an offensive foul called here on Steve Sirio.
Well, how about the energy in the Ariake for this final? The competitiveness just oozing from the court.
Japan has clearly shown that they belong in this gold medal game if there was any doubt. Here's Kotsai across for Furusawa, puts the ball on the floor to the elbow, cuts into the paint, puts up the left-hander, and it's rebounded by Bell. Steve Sirio thinks about the 3, gets the contact, goes to Williams. 8 on the shot clock, finds Sirio from the baseline, and it rattles out. Furusawa has his path to the basket cut off by Williams. Now Shokai. Kotsai. And they return passes. Kotsai fading and firing off the mark.
It was a miss from Japan there, but the accuracy, the speed of the passing between the players is just something to behold. Shokai kind of acting as a quarterback, just directing traffic from the top of the arc.
Good job there by Japan to draw the foul. It was an offensive foul by Trayvon Jennifer. Still a 2-point game, USA leading. Almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Furusawa from behind Jennifer. It rattles around the rim. And it'll be USA ball with Jake Williams. Williams from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. In his second Paralympic Games, nicely underneath the basket for Cirio. And Steve Cirio finishes it off. Akita. Furusawa. Takes it to the wing. Now under, sends it across for Akita. And his shot is off the mark, rebounded by Bell. USA looking to add to its 4-point lead. Nicely done. And the pass was brilliant by Cirio. The finish by Bell, excellent. And USA is pulled ahead now by 6 points.
Well, Bell's offering in all sections of the court at the moment. 3 rebounds. He's 3 from 6 from the field goals. He's been everywhere. The fact that he's only got 3 rebounds is almost a shock. He's been so prevalent in everything that he's done, and he's bringing all the energy and even a bit of a focal point right there in the huddle on the timeout.
Love that. Coach Kayoya Kazuyuki allowing his leaders to lead. Kotsai Hiroyuki, the 33-year-old, clearly had something to say that he needed said. And Matt Scott is coming into the game for the U.S. That is the strength of the U.S. They have star players like Matt Scott in his 5th Paralympic Games coming in off the bench just when the opposition thinks they might have you figured out.
Well, Matt Scott is one of the key players coming off the bench. He brings so much composure, another king of the assists for the United States, and the way that he links up with Steve Cirio really moves the opposition around, has them asking questions about who's going to be the man taking the shot. But at the moment, USA need to defend, and of course, for whom Japan, Brian Bell tolls.
Brian Bell indeed with another rebound, and that is the 4th of the game for him. Here's Scott. Bell puts the ball on the floor, zings it back to Scott with 4 on the shot clock. Had a pretty good look. And it's still 6-point USA lead. And they were back-picking Shokai, trying to keep him out of the offense. And nice hustle play by Scott to bat it away from Furusawa.
Great hustle from the USA in defense at the moment, making life tough for Japan, who trail by 6.
Kawahara Rin inbounding for Akita. Back to Furusawa. Akita from behind the screen, rattles out, rebounded by Williams. And now Scott for USA. Matt Scott, another one of these players who has played in Europe. One of the most coveted players on the international scene. Here's Brian Bell. Puts up the shot. And it's going to be rebounded by Shokai. Quickly ahead to Furusawa. Furusawa was an all-star at the under-25 World Championships. Here's Bell with the steal. Jennifer. Nice little stop and roll, and rebound finally picked up by Japan and Kotsai Hiroyuki.
Big play this for Japan. They'll want to come away with points, but
we'll go to the line.
We'll go to the line, and it didn't come to fruition there, but I love the combination of Brian Bell and Trayvon Jennifer for the United States. Brian Bell's in there being awkward, making himself a nuisance. But Trayvon Jennifer, the speed, the mobility of the chair, the way that he zigzags through the opposition makes him a real nice balance of defense and counterattack.
Akita K with the first basket. Matt Scott now doing the ball handling for the U.S. Has it swatted away, but he recovers it for Williams. Goes to Bell. Puts up the shot off the glass and off the rim. 5-point USA lead. Stays that way. Furusawa across for Akita, under the basket, under pressure, and he sinks it.
Key basket that for Japan, turning the tide a little bit. It was all USA momentum in the hands of their man Brian Bell, but Japan doing well to fight their way back in right now.
What a pass there by Bell to find Williams. They had to break the press. They had to get the ball across in the 8 seconds, and first of all, he has to get it out of his hands in the 5 seconds. And now we talked about the two different kind of groups that Japan has. Usually they leave Shokai Renshi in, and in this case, he's coming out as well. So pretty much a complete change for Japan. Fujimoto is in, Akayashi, Miyajima, Toyoshima. Well, the USA keeps their group out there. Here's Williams, watched by Miyajima. Shot clock dying. It's put up and rebounded by Fujimoto. Japan looking to cut into this 3-point lead. Akayashi, money!
Oh, what composure at pace, under pressure, striking like lightning from their own paint.
Scott to Williams. And Jennifer got a hand on it. And does he draw the foul? Yes, it's on Japan's Miyajima. So nice job by Jennifer with his aggressiveness. John Boy for Jake Williams. Puts the ball on the floor, cuts into the paint, trying to dish in, and it's called on the offensive foul against the U.S. and Williams. His second foul. Akayashi, Fujimoto, and a giveaway right into the hands of John Boy, who positioned himself perfectly. Bell, Williams for the U.S. Their lead cut to 1. Across it goes for Bell. Back up top for Scott. Bell from the short corner. Doesn't want to shoot it. Shot clock is at 3. Gives it to Jennifer. Puts it up. Puts it in. It took a while.
It had a long, hard think, and then finally was persuaded to drop. Great shot under pressure, clock and person from Jennifer.
And back comes Akayashi, and he might have rushed that one just a tad. That allows the U.S. to try to add to its 3-point lead. Under 2.5 to go in the opening half. Williams, Scott, Bell. Williams around the horn. Back to Scott, into Bell, and he busts into the paint and draws the foul.
Well, it was so dynamic, the passing and the movement from Bell, arching back athletically to pluck the fast ball from Scott. All that was missing was the bucket from Brian Bell, but they do draw the foul. Mesmeric play from the United States.
Yeah, Bell thought he might be shooting there, but they decide it's a non-shooting inbound foul. Here's Williams. And he came in red hot. Misses that one. 3-point lead, though, USA. Inside of 2 minutes to play. Miyajima. Akayashi. Miyajima. Fujimoto. And U.S. with a good defensive stand.
They've wrapped Fujimoto up really well since the opening exchanges. He started the game just sinking everything, but he struggled to score. He's marooned on 9 points at the moment, and he's been there pretty much since the first 5 minutes of the game.
And again, how about that great work by Trayvon Jennifer along the baseline. He fights his way to the paint, draws the foul, and that will send USA to the charity stripe.
But interesting, the prevalence that Trayvon Jennifer's having in this game so far, because we've heard about how relentless the Japanese are. They kept coming at us in waves, said Gav Chowdhury of Britain after their semi-final loss, and the United States have looked to counter that by putting a guy with endless energy, energizer energy like Trayvon Jennifer to disrupt them, and it's working.
But here comes Akayashi trying to cut the lead. He does. He gets in behind on the little backdoor play. Brian Bell now ball handling for the U.S. Gives it to Scott. Now Williams parks in behind the Jennifer screen, who accomplishes that task as well, but he can hit the shot. So Japan has a chance to do some damage here in the final minute. Fujimoto. Jennifer got a hand on it, but it's going to be Japan ball with 7 on the shot clock. Toyoshima Akira inbounding. He's a 3-time Paralympian for Japan. Gives it to Akayashi, the 20-year-old. Back to Toyoshima. Shot clock is dying. It's going to run out on Team Japan.
Well, Japan almost getting disorientated with where the shot clock was there. They didn't seem any urgency to be getting it into a dangerous area or squeezing the shot off, and unremarkably ticking away.
Probably a wise play by Toyoshima to just keep it in his hands when he realized it, instead of launching something that might come back to hurt them. Here's Scott. Williams. Back to Scott. Puts it up. Puts it in. Matt Scott gives the U.S. a 5-point lead back. Miyajima ahead for Akayashi, but no shot forthcoming. And after a 1/2 of play, 2 quarters in the gold medal game, it's Team USA with a 32-27 lead on the host nation, Japan, here at the Ariake Arena in Tokyo.
Brilliant half of wheelchair basketball, the half that this final deserved to start off with between the United States of America, the reigning gold medalists, against the host nation, Japan, who have grown and grown throughout this Paralympics. They're here by right, but they're here against many people's expectations. They're bringing the noise to the United States, with the USA with an answer at the moment, leading by 5.
USA got a real boost when Jake Williams came in. He was a plus 11. He and Jennifer both plus 11 coming into off the bench. Kotsai Hideyoki continuing to do Kotsai things. That's world class. And so is that pass by Steve Serio.
And so is that guy wearing the 8 jersey for the United States at the moment, all ends of the court.
Japan's got its weapons too, Akita. But in the end, at the end of 20 minutes of play, despite the best efforts of Shokai and Fujimoto and the rest, it is USA with a 5-point lead, identical shooting from the field at 44%. Look at the points from turnovers, though. USA 9-1, and there, my friends, is the difference in the game.
Students from across Japan have been practicing for over 2 years to perform on the biggest stage of the Paralympic Games. It gives me great pleasure to welcome Kyle Jensen. 選手たちも待ちに待った東京2020のパラリンピックですが、彼らも総力のために2年間素敵な練習を重ねてきました。It's Paralympic Games!
When you talk about hero,
Jennifer Kyle Jensen. 皆さん、夏の皆さん、ありがとうございました。It's time to have some fun. It's time for Super Paralympic Challenge. さあ、それでは今日が最後になりますね。スーパーパラリンピックチャレンジです。This is the Para Basketball Edition. It's a game that somebody will do free throws. It's super easy. You just have to clap your hands once at the right time when that bar gets into the box and somebody shoots the ball. さあ、それでは全員で手を挙げて手拍子をするとソミーティがフリースロー打っていきます。皆さん、ゲージで手拍子をしていきましょう。では、まず練習いきましょう。Alright, let's play. We're gonna practice. Two practices. Come on. では皆さん手を挙げて。You're gonna get louder and you're gonna get quicker. It's one clap when the bar gets in the box. Here we go. Much better. Off the glass. We're trying. ではスタンドの皆さんも一緒に行きますよ。手を挙げて。Was it a quick one? Nice. Let's go to the competition. さあ、それでは本番に行きましょう。20度いきます。Come on. 20 shots. The record 17. Ready? I think we did all right. 完璧です。では、後ろの皆様いきますよ。Here we go. Nice! 2 from 2! さあ、その前にそのまま It's a smaller box. It's all about the timing. 3, さあ、3連続ですね。 It's gonna get harder. Off the glass. ここまでパーフェクトですが、皆さん心を一つに。So box quick, here we go. Nice. ちょっとだけ遅かった。Too slow. Over the head, nice shot, great timing. Okay, ではポッパーの皆さんもいきましょう。ポッパーの方も。Small box, nice timing, Sammy. さあ、続いて DO 席の皆さんも一緒に行きますよ。DO 席の皆さんも一緒に。All quick one, 360. 惜しい、ちょっとだけ遅かった。Alright, ready. Stop out timing. Nice shot with Sam. さあ、ポッパーの方もボールキーパーの方もトランプの方もみんな一緒に。Nice layup. Nice shot. We need to get the next 9 in a row. No pressure. Over the head of the glass. さあ、ではパネルマンの皆さんも一緒に行きましょう。Come on. Nice, right in the middle, perfect. さあ、まだまだ行きますよ。Oh, now 6 now. Look at the 6 now. Over the heads away. Good shot. Nice. We need to make 5 more to beat the record. Still a chance to tie it up. Oh, quick one. 3 to go. We look at the 7 to be equal best. Oh, fine. さあ、皆さん、あと2投、両手を上げて。What? Last one, we need to make it. It's a quick one. Time again. That is the equal best record here in Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Super Challenge. スーパーパラリンピックチャレンジ20投だけで17投成功となりました。皆様と、そして皆さんの仲間に大きな拍手を。以上、スーパーパラリンピックチャレンジでした。
Second half is imminent here at the Ariake Arena in the gold medal game, the 73rd and final game of this wonderful tournament inside this beautifully wood-accented building that will eventually hold 15,000 fans. And today there is a nice atmosphere here for the gold medal game. USA with a 5-point lead over Japan. It's anybody's game still, but the U.S. bench has again proven itself. Players like Trayvon Jennifer, there he is, and Jake Williams coming off the bench with big numbers. There's one of the key players for the U.S., Steve Serio, in his 4th Paralympic Games. U.S.'s only loss in the tournament was a single-point loss to Great Britain, and have since won 4 in a row against Australia, Algeria, Turkey in the quarterfinals, Spain in the semifinal. Japan has just the one loss. It was against Spain in the round robin, and since then wins over Turkey, Australia, and Great Britain. And here we go, second half action.
Huge half of wheelchair basketball lies await for this Japanese side that has really captured the imagination of the public of the host nation, and they start right how they need to close this gap on the USA, hitting the net with the first shots of the second half.
And it is Akita Kei. He's got 6 points now in the game. U.S. keeping this lineup with Scott, Jennifer, Serio. Actually, it is now Josh Turek into the game, the big man out of Council Bluffs, Iowa. And John Boy staying out there as well. He's played the entire game so far.
Well, John Boy's been one of the multi-minute men for the United States throughout the entirety of the Paralympic Games. Here for his first Paralympics, and he has been integral to the United States' game plan in reaching this gold medal match, looking to secure back-to-back golds after that success in Rio.
Scott to Serio. Cuts into the paint, turns, shoots, and it just rolls in for Serio. When you're good, and that's exactly what he is. Kind of quietly going along now, has 9 points. Fujisawa, he hits it. Fujisawa Kiyoshi, the 35-year-old, comes in off the bench and does his part. The lead is 3. Serio snakes into this front court, puts up the three-pointer, and Steve Serio is hot.
Goodness me, cometh the hour, cometh the captain. Huge points at the top of this quarter, but Japan responding in kind. They found their range, and they're starting to zip the ball around real nice.
Fujisawa, yes indeed.
Well, nicknamed Golden Ball. Maybe after shots like that, they need a few more at the moment, but high-class start to the quarter. Serio, surely not.
Not quite this time, but he was feeling it. Here's Chokai Renshi. Good job by Jennifer to defend against him. Fujisawa works it in for Kotsai, and he draws the foul. Matt Scott says it was me.
It's been a dynamic start by the Japanese in this first half. They got a little bit stodgy. Sorry, this third quarter. They got a little bit stodgy in the first quarter, but they've opened up with far more fluency.
Fujisawa, that's a little strong. And the rebound by Josh Turek in his 4th Paralympic Games. Scott into the front court. USA trying to find the right shot. Scott drawing the foul. And it's against Chokai Renshi. It is his first only, so no worries for him at this point.
It's been a pretty well-disciplined game to this point. No player on more than 2 fouls, so not even coming into the reckoning.
Turek, Sirio, trying to dish it into Jennifer, and he is fouled by Kotsai Hiroyuki. That's his second. So still the 4-point lead for the U.S. Early days here of the third quarter. Sirio from behind the screen. Yes, indeed, for the captain.
Well, Steve Sirio bringing the noise at the moment, and Turek's a really interesting addition. He's a shot taker, but he's there to cause a nuisance in the paint. But if Japan keep hitting the hoop so cleanly, then he's not going to have an impact in his own key, that's for sure. Great shooting from both these sides so far in the quarter.
Turek takes the outlet pass from Sirio. That had to happen. It was getting close to an 8-second violation. Here's Matt Scott for Josh Turek. Back to Scott. Turek, 2 on the shot clock, needs to put it up. Got a little rushed at the end. Back comes Japan. Kotsai Hiroyuki. Fujisawa. Shokai, yes, it's a 2-point game.
How sweet was that from Shokai? On the lead, back onto one wheel, but finding the shot.
Japan really pushing the U.S. to try to keep their offense at bay. Matt Scott busting his way into the paint and just can't get it to drop.
I guess who's there to clean up the crumbs? It's Shokai with his 12th rebound of the match.
Kotsai, little fake, little shot, and he's given Japan 3 more points into a tie.
And the Ariaki's warming up real nice, and Jennifer's going to have to bring some energy because Japan have got the momentum all of a sudden. They've closed up the gap, they've drawn things level, so they go to the safe hands of Matt Scott. The Scott-Serio axis working in sweet harmony right now.
U.S. moving the ball around, got to get it up. Shot clock at 1, and it's short, and then gathered in by Shokai. For Kotsai, for Shokai. 39-39 in the gold medal game here in Tokyo. Kotsai, no. Jennifer for Sirio. Thinks about the shot, sends it across for Scott. Back to Sirio. Turek from the free throw line, can't get it to fall, but Sirio gobbles up the rebound. A new 14-second clock for USA. Sirio, Scott, off the glass, a little strong. And back comes Japan, Akayashi, Shokai, yes!
Shokai is the coolest customer in the Ariake Arena at the moment. He's gliding around the court with such serenity, and when presented with the opportunity underneath the hoop, makes it look easy.
6 points now for him, but he combines that with 13 rebounds. Sirio from behind the screen, yes! We're all tied again.
I'm loving this battle between the skills of Serio and the talents of Shokai.
Sirio's got 16 now. Shokai, Kotsai, Akita, Furusawa, Kotsai, yes! Japan is back out front again. We go back and forth. Josh Turek, he's got Sirio racing to the hoop, sends it back to Scott. Sirio, Turek, Scott, Sirio, got to get it up, got it up in time and hits it. 18 points for Steve Sirio, beautiful. Kotsai. Tie game, 43s apiece. Fujisawa. Kotsai. Shokai. Now Japan running out of time. Here's Kotsai underneath for Akita, and one.
Well, Matt Scott can't figure out what just happened there. The Japanese side are passing with such precision, such speed. It is surgical in the way that they're trying to dismantle the USA defense. It was all about that USA defense, working hard, being gnarly in the first half. And it looks like they brought on Brian Bell to mix things up again.
Jake Williams in the game too. He was a plus 11 in his time in the opening half as Akita finishes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. So a three-point lead, Japan. They have outscored the U.S. 19-11 here in the quarter. Serio takes the pass from Williams. Gives it back to Williams, rolls in, and a little short.
So just not dropping for Williams at the moment. And that's one criticism you could level at the United States team at the moment, is the dependence on the points of Serio. Japan sharing the responsibility around a lot more, but that's a bit sloppy. And Trayvon Jennifer gobbles it up for a counter strike.
Serio has that little head fake action. Twists the turns, looking for someone to give it to, puts it back on the floor, 3 on the shot clock. He's got to put it up. He does. He hits it from an incredible angle. Steve Serio, unbelievable.
That angle was almost impossible, almost, unless you're Steve Serio.
And Shokai just took that one off the noggin, and that allows the U.S. to break back down with the ball. Jennifer for Serio. Look at all the hands around him. He gives it to John Boy, who gives it to Jake Williams, and he slows it down a little. Back to Serio. In for Jennifer. Gets his own rebound and a new clock for the U.S. Williams. A little strong on that jumper.
Shokai there again, and Fujimoto now on linking up with the man. He hasn't missed a shot all day today.
Miyajima on the first attempt, no, and the U.S. with the committee rebound. Here comes Bell. Final seconds of the quarter. Can't finish. It's a 1-point lead, Japan, through 3 quarters of play here in Tokyo. It's an absolute dandy for Fujimoto's crew, leading Steve Serio's team by 1 after 30 minutes of play.
Well, what a crazy quarter for the Japanese, and it's got them right back into contention, even more so. They're in the lead. Points from the turnovers from the USA. Look at that, 11-1, but the rebound appetite of the Japanese is mighty. 24 in defense, and it's the axe of Shokai who's contributed some points, as well as the Japanese who shared them around. But one thing they do not have an answer for right now is the USA captain, Steve Serio. Everything he touches turns to points right now, up to 20, and the key player for the United States at the moment.
fourth quarter action in the gold medal game here in Tokyo. Wheelchair basketball. 1 point is all that separates these two teams. Japan with an outstanding third quarter, outscoring the U.S. by 6 to overcome the deficit. And we're underway. Steve Serio with the ball from Westbury, New York. Works it in to Williams. It just doesn't want to fall for Jake Williams on that one. Japan slowing things down a little with Kotsai. Now for Fujimoto. Kotsai. Fujimoto. Shokai falling on the play and drawing the foul. This might be Steve Serio's third. It is. But it is fourth quarter, so might not be an issue. Toyoshima will inbound for Japan. Fujimoto, Toyoshima, Kotsai. Takes it towards the baseline. And the short corner, puts up the shot and hits. 3-point lead.
Hits a Serio almost.
Serio racing back the other way, gives to Williams. Nicely done, back within one for the U.S. Kotsai working on a 16-point game for Japan. Lofts a pass in for Fujimoto. Under pressure from Jennifer. Back to Kotsai. 5 on the shot clock. Shokai. Kawahara off the glass and in. 3-point lead, Japan again. They do not want to give up this gold medal.
Well, that Jake Williams shot before for the United States to score points, so crucial that they mix up and add a bit more variety in their attack. It was the first bucket in 6 that hasn't been scored by Scott Serio.
This time, Steve Serio's shot is off the base of the rim. 3-point lead, Japan looking to add. Here comes the three. And Kotsai's shot is off the mark. Bell with the rebound. Jennifer surveys the scene, dishes inside for Serio, and one. A spectacular and one for the USA captain, Steve Serio. It's magical.
It is inspired stuff from the United States captain. Everything that's thrown at him, he has an answer. Has he got the one? You betcha.
It would have been a shame if he didn't after that. What a game for Steve Serio. Give him 23 points now in the game to go with his 8 assists and 4 rebounds. And yet it is still a tie game. Fujimoto fades and fires and hits. Japan's back out front. The press from Japan, they get it ahead, the U.S. to Bell. Serio racing to the basket, takes the pass, and for once he doesn't hit it.
An audible gasp in the arena that Steve Serio would miss.
But Trayvon Jennifer earns the U.S. the ball back by drawing the offensive foul by Fujimoto. Beg your pardon, it was Shokai who took the foul, his second personal. Bell, Serio trading passes inside for Jennifer. He draws the foul. And we'll have a chance to cut into Japan's 2-point lead. Substitutions now for Japan. Furusawa is coming in. Akayashi is coming in. Fujimoto and Kawahara check out.
Interesting time to be making replacements. Japan looking so good. It's difficult to disrupt the chemistry.
Remember, in wheelchair basketball, you've got classifications, so sometimes you can't always do a one-for-one swap. It's got to be, the numbers have got to add up, and it's got to remain 14 and under. Jennifer gets 1 of 2. USA draws within 1. Looking for a big stand here, 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Kotsai Hiroyuki. Furusawa. Puts it up, off the glass, and in. And remember, Great Britain said they just keep coming. They come in waves. They use 9 or 10 different players to do it. And Japan just continues to find ways. And an offensive foul called here on USA's John Boy away from the ball. And that will give Japan the ball back, up by 3.
Big moment for Japan as well. Their shooting accuracy dwarfing that of the United States, 56% to the United States 41. They've got to get their finishing up to match these Japanese who are so accurate when the hoop's in front of them asking to be shot at.
Furusawa, shot clock running out. Shokai tipping, firing, and missing. It's Jennifer, the big rebound. In fact, that was Bell that might have rebounded that. Nope, my first instinct was right. It was Trayvon Jennifer as the U.S. is back on offense again. Here's Serio. Puts up the shot, and it won't drop this time. Still a 3-point lead, Japan, as they go on offense. Furusawa cutting into the lane. The shot won't hit, but the rebound and the follow-up will from Shokai.
Shokai is just all action. The balance, the composure. He's in the right place at the right time. If you want the ball in anyone's hands at a key moment in the game, it's that young man. Look at him. So much action going on around him. Arches up onto the one wheel, and with the dexterity in his wrist to go in off the glass and deliver Japan what is looking like a handsome 5-point lead at the moment with just over 5 minutes to go. You talk about them coming in waves. 69% their shooting accuracy in the third quarter. 63% in the fourth quarter right here. At the business end of the match, they step up.
Can USA come back and take the gold back? Can Japan bring this home, at home? That's the question. We'll find out in the next 5 minutes and 49 seconds. Jake Williams back on the floor for the U.S. Gives it to Serio. Finds Jennifer. He's got Bell under the basket. He gives it to him, and Brian Bell makes no mistake. It's back down to a 3-point lead. Kotsai Hiroyuki, Toyoshima, Shokai, Akayashi, Furusawa. Nice job by Jennifer to get a hand on it, and he's going to have an open path to the basket. Trayvon Jennifer, yes! We're a 1-point game again.
Well, Trayvon Jennifer gets the plaudits, but it's Brian Bell who should really be getting them. Look at that, the big hand in there from Williams, but then it's Bell who's first on it. Sorry, Jennifer. Into Trayvon Jennifer's hands, who goes up the court, and the cool, calm, collected finish. Trayvon Jennifer and Brian Bell, what a duo. there must be a US sportsman called Trayvon Williams, which is what's in my head there on that one. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah.
This is a game of ebbs and flows, a game of runs, a game of reacting to the other team's tactics, and USA had the timeout, comes back to score 4, cut the lead to 1. Now Japan with the timeout. Can they make an adjustment? Akayashi. Bright part of this team's future. He's only 20. There's Furusawa, also in his early 20s. Puts up the shot. It rattles out, but Shokai there for the rebound, and then he puts it into the hands of Jennifer, who is perfectly positioned. U.S. has got to hustle. They get it across the timeline. Williams. Calm, cool, collected, gives USA the lead back again.
Huge moment that Shokai got the rebound, but all he could find was Jennifer. And he misses for the first time in the game as well. Big swing here.
Here comes Williams leading USA's offense. Curls, looks, set up behind the screen, and Jake Williams hits it.
Well, whatever was said to Jake Williams in that timeout, it has worked. It's his points that are putting USA into the lead. They've overturned this Japan dominance.
Maybe it's time for some Hiroyuki Kotsai three-point heroics. Furusawa almost swatted away by Serio. Comes back to Toyoshima. Two-pointer, no. Rebound, Japan, smartly done. Kotsai calming things down, directing traffic. For three, no. But again, they get the rebound. This time he hits it for 2. It's a 1-point game.
How good was that from Kozai Hiraki? So cool. Just slowed things down. He missed the 3, but Shokai in there with the disruptive limb to give them a third bite at the cherry, which they didn't turn down.
Williams, offensive foul called against Jake Williams. That is a tough call. He doesn't like it. His third personal. Both teams have got 3 team fouls. So next one, and then the opposition starts getting the bonus shots. Here's Furusawa. Slings it back to Toyoshima. Watched by Boy, who's played the entire game for the U.S. Furusawa, Toyoshima, shot clock is at 5. And nice rebound there by Boy. Serio, and it's stolen by Kotsai. His pass is intercepted, and back and forth they go. Steve Serio now, his team up by 1. Trayvon Jennifer not involved in the offense right now. He is being backpicked by Furusawa. Here's Williams. In for Bell. No! And he swats it away, does Bell. Back to Williams, who tracks it down and gives it to Bell. Slings it back to Serio. And we've got an inbound play coming here. It's a foul against Furusawa. So just the first, but the 4th team foul for Japan here. And now the next personal foul will send USA to the line. Serio. Little ball fake, still has it. 4 on the shot clock. He might need to put it up. He does, and it won't drop. Still a 1-point USA lead, down to 100 seconds to play. Furusawa. Toyoshima. Furusawa. Across for Kotsai. Under pressure from Jennifer, they swat it away. Teamwork by the U.S. Serio leads the attack, and then he calms things down. Steve Serio, the captain of the U.S., across for Williams. Williams up. And it's going to be USA collecting the rebound with a new 14-second clock to work. Their lead cut to 1. Here's Bell. Here's Williams. Bell got it to Serio. The nice little fake, and then he hits it.
Well, he does so well to keep his composure with Shokai flying across with a big arm in his eyesight. Shokai goes careering off court into the hoardings. Serio keeps his cool, and he's smiling now. Shokai's giving everything. What a game. What a game.
And it is pumping inside the Ariake Arena. We're in the final minute of the gold medal game, the final game of the tournament. 48.5 seconds left. Is there more magic in Team Japan? Down by 3. They've got the best three-point shooter in the tournament on the floor in Kotsai Hiroyuki. Here's Furusawa for 3. No. And USA grabs the rebound. It's a press from Japan, but the US will escape it. Here's Bell down the right wing, back to Serio, and he draws the foul from Toyoshima. And that will send Serio to the free throw line.
Big foul there that sees USA advance to the free throw line in the bonus. Due to the number of fouls that have been accumulated, and it's in the hands of the United States marksman, number 11, 25 points already.
Wow, 27 now. And that will cause Japan to call a timeout with 36 seconds left, down by 5, needing some magic. Outstanding game by Kaioya Kaizayuki's team and Ron Lyken's teams. And it's not over yet. There's the general, the on-court general, Steve Serio. And it's throughout this tournament, he has taken what the opposition has given, and he has come to play here in the gold medal game with 27 points. That's the offensive part. There's so much else involved. Here we go. 36 seconds left. Fujisawa coming into the game. He will inbound. It goes to Shokai. Watched by Serio. Underneath for Akayashi. And he scores the basket. That'll cut the lead to 3. And now USA calls the timeout.
Well, USA using their second timeout. They got 3 available for this second half. Only 30.7 seconds remaining. And that was a key play from Japan right from the inbound, just to give the USA a bit of food for thought.
So a little discussion by the U.S. on whether to advance the ball into the front court or take it from the baseline. And if you take it from the baseline, it's a 24-second clock. If you take it from the front court, which they are not going to do, so Steve Serio won that little discussion, and they're going to take the ball from the baseline with a full 24 and then do everything they can to use up as much time as they can and then draw the foul just like that. So that was an interesting little discussion that we got a little window into. We were a fly on the wall.
I mean, what a privilege to be in those circles at these crunch key moments. And also in that discussion as well was the question of how many fouls have we committed as well, because another one from USA then brings Japan into the same conversation of trying to squeeze out these free throws.
You can just imagine Steve Serio's imagining being in a gym somewhere, whether it's where he lived in Germany or whether it's somewhere in New York guy. Complete silence as he goes for the basket on the free throw. Gets 1 of 2. 4-point lead, though. That's significant. It's a 2-possession game. Here's Kotsai. Furusawa. Shokai. Puts up the 2-pointer. It rattles away. It's going to be USA ball with 14.3 seconds left. And another, we'll get a substitution here. Bell out, Turek in. Pei coming into the game. And Jennifer out for now. They made this the last trip up the floor and then immediately switched them back. Kotsai coming out and getting a great hand. Takamatsu in. And I think that this is the way this is going to go. Williams dribbling, Japan not touching him. And so it's going to be back-to-back gold medals for Team USA, 64-60 over Japan. An incredible effort by a team of Japanese players that no one thought would get this far, and they challenged the champs right to the end. But the U.S. pulls off the win. USA 64, Japan 60 here in Tokyo.